こんにちは。らざにゃです。久しぶりです。今日は何にするか悩んでたんですけど、これコールオブクトゥルフをやっていきたいと思います。久々で緊張するな。音は聞こえてますか？音量とか気になったら言ってくださいね。ちょっとうるさいかもしれないですけど、初めからできますね。聞いたことある人も少なくないと思うんですけど、これはあれかな？ TRPG、なんかこうお話をしながらこうゲームするみたいな遊びをビデオゲームにした感じなのかな？怖い。なんか初っ端からこんな感じなんですけど、多分全体的にこんな感じなんですよね。だからもしダメだったらって感じ。全体的にもしかしたらすごいグロテスクな感じになっちゃうかもしれない。切り替え？どっちだろう？こっちかな？あ、こっちだね。しゃがんで通る。力開けるのかな？開かないのかな？こっちかな？何のマークだろう？B ボタンで拾う？拾った。でどっちだ？こっち？うわぁ、暗いね。これでさっきのところ開けるんじゃない？ここだ。よいしょ。え誰仲間？ あ走る。誰か来てる？来てない。開ける。眩しい。
Perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
I hate whiskey.
この曲いいね。手帳？手帳？
Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
記憶？どうなんだろう。なんかいろいろある。切る？切る。探偵さんなんだね。ライター。そしたら止まっちゃうかな。止まっちゃった。あれ？え誰？何？電話？
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
いる。キャラクターポイントを割り当ててください。何ポイント？何ポイントあるの？ 8 ポイント。オカルト？医学は医療知識。何がいいかな。隠しオブジェクト。話し相手に影響。肉体的な力。魔術。あれ？あ、そういうことか。とりあえず魔術を増やしてから目星隠しオブジェクト。こんな感じかな。他には触れないよね。とりあえずこっちに入れとこう。はい。
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our
字幕
contractors.
見
And
えて
it
る
would
かな。
seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
I'm coming.
誰だろう。
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter?
あら。
Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a
Simon.
woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
ノートノートあれあ調べる
What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
ノート
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
ダークウォーター第36号倉庫情報が少ない相手ノートだね
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
どう思う倉庫って
The
何
sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
ダークウォーターに行くのね
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
急に絵が届いたら怖くないどこに住んでたんだろう
Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
精神的
You must tell me
虚弱
if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
全部見たね。
I think I'm
十分です。
beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All
報
right,
酬
I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice.
お金ないもんね。
Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there.
なんかいろいろ見れるのかな。
I wonder why I still take these things.
意味手に入れた。なんだウイスキー飲まない。仕事中やぞ。
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
クジラ。
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
あれもう出発するになっちゃった。
A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy. Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
もうちょっといろいろ見よう。医学書。キャラクターシートを見る。ダークウォーター。チャールズ。サラ。サイモン。手がかり。地図と医学書。
I used to be an avid reader. The Lost Battalion. Holding your position and obeying orders. That isn't courage.
もう全部見たかな。これは
Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases.
1924年の10月出発。移動かな。ほい。映画みたいだね。
Almost there.
着いた。まだ吸ってる。
There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink of the stranded whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
三つ類に話しかける。バーに行く。三つ類って誰？誰？ 冬眠。うん。船長か。とりあえず島を歩いてみよう。船長。
Let the police do their work. Hey, Sullivan, can't you go any faster?
You've seen how old this thing is. If we force it too much, we'll break everything.
You can't do that.
But it's only a fish.
A fish? You've got no idea. Don't badmouth what you don't know, or you'll pay for it for sure.
Okay, that's enough. Step back and let us do our job.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh yeah? He's gonna get us into trouble. You can't understand.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh yeah? He's gonna get us into trouble. You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
Don't.
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
They're cops. They can't understand.
Damn stupid idiots.
なんかある。別に触れないんだ。バーはここかな？オープン。
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine. Hey, be careful. Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
Pure instinct. I behaved like a Hun, and I sincerely apologize.
Veteran, huh?
307th Infantry Regiment.
Oh. Well, that'll be okay for now. But the war is over. Try not to forget it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
You know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors.
Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
You want a drink?
I wouldn't say no to a glass.
Try this.
I think we'll get along well.
Nanka deta. どうしよう。
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dockwater, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
The way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
戻る。
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
You want a drink?
飲めるの？やめとく？
Same again, please.
Here you go.
金あるの？
That's no moonshine.
You can say that again. House recipe.
That'll be all for now.
And then he said, "You have no right to treat us like..."
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
Hmm. 色じゃない何か。
And the doctor, what did he say?
He laughed.
My God.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
なんか手に傷ついてる。
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
トレンジャーやってる。
What you looking at, stranger?
I've rarely seen a woman who can hold her liquor so confidently.
What gives you the right to judge me?
Ah, it was a compliment.
So what? Let me drink, stranger.
邪魔しました。出られる？出られない。
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker. And a debtor. Interesting.
Hawkins. 68ドル？ 店長のところに行こう。来たよ。
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
全部倉庫に見えるんだけど。
You tell me.
I thought you would have worked it out. It belonged to Charles Hawkins. Ship owners from father to son.
I see. That explains those loading manifests. Too bad I can't get much out of them. I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Ha! Indeed, you're right.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least. The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
できます。どれだろう。
Oh yeah, he's gonna get us into trouble. You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming.
これが一つの倉庫なのかな？
Where do you think you're going?
I'm not here to hinder your work, officer. Edward Pierce, private detective.
Sorry, we're all a little on edge today. What are you doing here?
I'm investigating the death of the Hawkins family.
Darn it. Why do you want to drag up all that stuff again?
My investigation has led me to this warehouse.
That case was closed months ago.
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone. You again? I told you to beat it.
No need to get worked up.
You could tell me. Who's this guy?
No idea. You better keep it shut.
Konnichiwa.
What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's going to be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
And we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
So, who are you?
Are you stupid or are you doing it on purpose?
Everybody knows us on Darkwater.
I've just arrived.
Let's just say we're standing guard for the owner of the site. And we let no one enter her property.
I bid you gentlemen farewell.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get us into trouble. You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign.
あの人たちいなかったよね。こんにち
We're no
は。
longer at home on our own island.
Calm down. It's not worth the effort.
I told him, that flunky, that he'll see what a real sailor has in his belly.
If you continue like that, everyone will see what you've got in your belly.
I hope so. I hope they don't forget the lesson. Me? I'm not scared of some girl.
I mean they're going to cut you open, you idiot. Calm down.
No? 内側には。お
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
何してるん
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you. I shall take my leave.
戻ってみる
You're back again. What can I do for you?
これだ。これこれ。
Apparently, the bootleggers don't want anyone hanging around the warehouses.
They're part of the private property I mentioned earlier.
And yet the place looks abandoned. Why guard the entrance?
As a precaution, I suppose. All the warehouses are more or less interconnected by old sewers.
You mean that there's a way to go from one to the other by tunnel?
I couldn't tell you if it's still the case today for all the warehouses on the island, but I think I can imagine what you've got in mind. You can always visit them if you're not the claustrophobic type.
どこかに繋がる道があるってこと？
Oh yeah, he's gonna get us into trouble.
何かある？
How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
うん。もう一回
You
話しちゃ
again.
おう。
I told you to beat it.
No need to get worked up.
ダメか。
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh, yeah?
She will do it again, you know? Oh, the girl doctor. Golden. She won't stop asking.
あ、人増えてる。
What? Another break?
One of those damn sailors came looking for trouble again.
But he won't try again anytime soon. We gave him a good hiding.
So you said to yourselves that after such a feat, you could abandon your post.
It's just a little drink. We taught those guys a lesson.
We'll return right after. It's just that standing guard in this alley makes your throat dry.
That fool Fitzroy can't keep his dogs on a leash.
I'll have to send him a more clear-cut message. I told you to beat it.
うん。どこの見張りだったんだろう。うん、やっぱり空いてないや。うん。うん。
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you.
うん、それはもう聞いた。
I shall take my leave.
空いてないのかな。空いてる。隠しアイテム。
This tunnel goes under the warehouses.
下に降りれば倉庫に行けるのかな。うん。なんだ。ハンドル。
A handle. It must come from these old winches.
うん。ちょっと音下げるね。うん。はい。はい。再開。他にも何かあるのかな。お、ラジェット装置。うん。
This ratchet device seems to be usable.
何に使うんだろう。うん。他には
A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
Oh. 登った。なるほどね。
I could use this old winch to lift the grating.
はい。ハンドル。ガチェット。どう？足りない？他に何かあるのかな。お、車だ。
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch.
ガスが減る。お車回す。
Looks like everything is in its place. All I have to do is turn this handle.
おー、開いたね。行ってみよう。なんか大丈夫かな。明らかに毒ガスなんだけど押せてるしあ、
Smoke. It's coming from this oil. I hope it's not toxic.
色がもう絶対毒じゃん。かな。やだ。やだー、なんか来る、なんか来る。あー、え、あー、あー、なになになに。あー、かわいそう。かわいい。
This is primitive.
手だ。うん。上がるのかな。どこ。
Ugh, this place stinks.
これ
What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
これで何かレベルアップとかできるのかな。そういうこと？うん。ワンポイント。心理学？プロ。しないといけないんだ。はい。オッケー。ジャンプ。うん。なんかある。再現。
These painkillers were prescribed 3 months ago. Someone has been taking them since the time of the Hawkins death.
わあ。
It smells as bad as it looks. Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
何は
What is this picture of Charles and Sarah Hawkins doing here? What happened here?
終わりかな。手がかりゲット。
Someone has settled in here.
あ、
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case.
あ
Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! Detective Pierce. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
うん。と脅す。協力しよう。
You seem like a competent officer. We should help each other.
You're trying to manipulate me, Mr. Pierce. I hate to be taken for a fool.
何バカにしてないけ
All
ど。
right, Inspector Lestrade. Let me take a more direct approach. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again. This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage, or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why, you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
Who the hell are you? What were you doing on my turf? I've got my eye on you. We'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
次の場所かな？うん。キーステ。
Well, here we are, Hawkins Mansion.
着いた。
The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
うん。
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
何か気をつけることはあり
I
ます
prefer to
か？
be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards,
サイラス。
there's nothing to worry about.
You're talking about Winchester.
That's right. The Hawkins' old caretaker. Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
じゃあ行こう。あ。足。
Your partner, Andrews, warned me against him.
You managed to get something out of that bum? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family. So he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
とか？
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything
静
else?
止感あるね。じゃあ行こう。
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
お願いします。
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
うん。どこから入るんだ。
1693. This house is much older than it seems, but the architecture seems too recent. The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh.
なるほど。
Someone must really hate Charles Hawkins.
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Do you know if Charles Hawkins had any enemies?
Not to our knowledge. He was a well-respected personality on the island. I don't understand. Silas would never have let such a thing happen.
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial. What kind of deranged individual would defile this sanctuary? And steal a burnt painting? I don't see Silas doing such a thing. Let alone allowing it. Even that broad baker is above that. Lord, have pity on this poor family.
Poor kid.
ああ、そっか。もう行く？まだ行かない？
Someone must really hate Charles Hawkins.
入り口閉まってるんじゃない？
I'll have to find another entrance.
だよね。
This entrance is still in use.
Whoa!
Whoa!
You are trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right?
びっくりした。
Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
Whoa! You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
You haven't forgiven yourself. You stay here to honor the memory of the deceased.
That's true. I want no more violence. No more tragedy.
It's painful to be the last one left.
You don't know how right you are. Understood. I'm listening.
The police report describes a domestic accident, but Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
No, I can't let you in. The mansion isn't safe.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
No one lives in the mansion, and you don't take care of it anymore. If you have a good reason to be here, I'm listening.
There's vermin. I keep an eye out.
Vermin?
Yeah, that's it, vermin.
Right. This is what we're going to do. I go inside, and I promise that I'll hunt vermin. Okay with you?
I'm not sure.
If there's nothing else to fear, you can give me that key.
Right. Take the key and do what you have to do. Go on, then. Just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
やったー。
What now?
Now that you finish your fun and games with Silas, we can perhaps inspect the mansion.
You're right. Let's go. Do you have a moment?
What now?
Nothing. Sorry.
Stop wasting my time.
Pierce, shall we enter?
Let's take a look inside.
I'm with you.
うん。何がいるんだろう。
Follow me. I know the place. Who left this light on?
絶対崩れるじゃん。
The Last Supper of the Hawkins. What does this tell me? What kind of meat is this?
なんだろう。なんだろう。
This place is for the head of the family, Charles Hawkins. The boy was probably here, smashed his plate on the floor. Sarah Hawkins' plate. Why did she leave it untouched? Something happened at this table. An argument?
ないかな。
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door. Silas managed to bring the fire under control, but it was already too late for the Hawkins.
Let's see if I can find something the cops missed.
何かあるかな。
The child's corpse left a trace. Where are the others? They had a fight. Why? Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes? How? Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker? If the painting I found on the docks really came from here, how come it didn't burn? Did it stop at the time of the fire?
外に出れるのかな。
Did someone escape the fire?
出られない。
His lamp was thrown. This was no accident. This was a fight. Someone fell here. A desperate attempt to flee. And the boy.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
I firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident.
Huh. What's your theory?
I think the Hawkins couple got into a fight.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
I just ask that you don't disturb anything. If Chief West found out about what we're doing, I'd be in serious trouble.
These bandages are covered in dried blood. But whose? An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
Do you know that the
Dated
Hawkins were among the
1818.
wealthiest families on the island?
What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities?
Well, not much, to be honest. We all assumed the Hawkins lived on Charles's inheritance.
Moby Dick, Melville's classic. The epic battle between man and whale. Mandatory reading for any whaler, I guess. This place was falling apart long before the fire.
If you're right, we should be able to find clues among the Hawkins' personal effects.
The lyrics of the drunken sailor, a sea shanty.
Can I? 気になる。なんだろう。
A book on the first inhabitants of the island. It seems they got here around the 14th century.
この上は
Dark water history. This place was settled back in 1692 by two families that seceded from the New England colonies. A book on hunting whales, the island's staple diet last century. One of Sarah Hawkins' paintings. Her style sure is recognizable. "20,000 Leagues Under the Sea." Another story about the mysteries of the deep. Crowbar could prove useful.
何に使うんだろう。
Did you hear that?
What could Sarah have done to make this person threaten to call the police?
こさっき登れなかったとこだね。何かポイント使えないかな。もう1ポイントあればレベルが上がるね。 怖いんだけど。刑事さん。うん。絶対行きたくない。
Locked.
うん。あー、もう。やだ。やだ。
The boys' room.
うん。うん。
A child's fort. From what threat was Simon protecting his world? Tom Sawyer, Mark Twain. Sarah must have read it to him before bed. Sleeping pills. Strong for an 11-year-old boy. What was wrong with this family? What nightmarish vision could have inspired them? Simon's troubles went beyond family problems. That kid saw something. Something terrified him. What will her room reveal about her? Perfect. Barbiturates. Sarah Hawkins must have been extremely agitated resorting to such a treatment. This ledger lists all of the paintings Sarah Hawkins sold. It seems the last one was given for free to a Francis Sanders. I wonder why. Despite what happened, they seem to have loved each other. Locked.
戻ろう戻ろう。
What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities?
Well, not much, to be honest. We all assumed the Hawkins lived on Charles's inheritance. If you're right, we should be able to find clues among the Hawkins' personal effects.
他にはどこかな。まだ見てないところある？
Locked.
さっきの部屋だよね。まだ上は。
This door is locked.
うん。待てな。なんだろう。鍵。事務所ってどこ？これ？うん。ここはもう見たな。うん。
This door is locked.
うん。
Was Sarah Hawkins interested in the occult? What was she trying to achieve?
うん。あ。
Bradley? Is that you?
Did you hear that?
What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities?
Well, not much, to be honest. We all assumed the Hawkins lived on Charles's inheritance.
Is anyone there? Bradley, did you see which way he went?
Who? I didn't see anyone. I just heard some noise. Are you all right?
A man was hiding on the upper level. He ran when he saw me. He can't be far. This door is blocked from the outside. The lyrics of The Drunken Sailor, a sea shanty.
I'll cover you.
Oh.
This door was closed earlier. Where did he go?
Do you
They look
really
like
think that your
Celtic
fugitive
runes.
came in here?
Charles must
I
have
don't
brought
see
them
any
back
way
from
out.
one of his foreign trips. Have you seen the old maritime maps on Charles Hawkins' desk?
Strange. No ship has left Darkwater shore for years. Maybe he kept them for sentimental reasons.
It looks like an old seaway map. Clearly, Charles Hawkins knew Captain Fitzroy very well. I wonder who the man with the glasses is in the photograph. Probably another friend of... As if the bookcase has been moved several times. The Scylla. It's the boat that was stranded at the entrance to the harbor. The Scylla. It's the boat that was stranded at the entrance to the harbor. It looks like a freehand map of Darkwater. Certain areas have been highlighted. I wonder why. Charles Hawkins was keeping her father's letters from her. Seems like this came from a log.
これがさっきの座標なのかな?
There must be a link with the Seaway map. Charles Hawkins was a sort of traveler, right?
More like an adventurer, I guess. He left for months, exploring remote places and abandoned temples.
This panel is movable. Cogwheels. They must be linked to an opening mechanism. Probably a secret passage. I must find a way to activate the opening mechanism.
Baru? Chikarawaza.
Great. I managed to force the gears. Looks like I've triggered something.
Well done, Pierce.
No. 通路だ。
Secret passage under the manor. It's like a detective novel. That guy must have already gotten far.
Yeah, and he had a direct means of entry to the crime scene. We must find him.
純さ興味津々じゃん。
It's more than just a tunnel. Look, someone's been here recently.
一旦ここまでにしようかな。興味津々だけど。
3 seats.
ああ、再現入っちゃう。じゃあ一旦ここまで。じゃあ見てくれてありがとうございます。一旦ここまでにします。またねー。